ask the Senate if they would be willing to just rescind the position and go back to square one.
No.
Okay,
Why not?
Well, his position was July 1st. Settlement. We're willing to move a little further in the House's direction, but to completely recede when we had a strong vote of 30 or 28-2, the cave to the House position is not normal process within the legislature. Typical is you had a strong vote, we had a strong vote. You go to conference committee, you try to strike a reasonable compromise. We came back with one. We're willing to move a little further in the House's position. So the idea that we would just recede when we've got a 28-2 vote doesn't make sense, gentlemen. That's not the normal conference committee process. So I hope that answers your question.
Mr. Chairman.
Representative again.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I think ultimately my concern is I'm not sure the House would agree necessarily. So we could try doing the compromise and see if the House agrees, but ultimately you're asking the House to give up the current membership, the current management council membership, which is 7-6, and you're telling it halfway through the legislative session that they need to upend and change it. So I mean, if you want to try for it, go for it. But I do think that the body may not agree and they'd be willing to just bring the bill back next year.
Bring it back next year. We can have a Senate file. We'll send it over 28-2. We'll have it effective immediately, and then we'll have the same argument, Representative Yen. You know, a compromise is the way legislative process works, and you know, we're willing to compromise. I would hope that our colleagues would understand that this is a splitting right down the middle with two houses taking a strong position. It's reasonable and it's normal. So our position is we'll move it all the way back to the first day of the 2022 session, which is February. I don't have the exact date. LSO can provide that. But that's a reasonable compromise.
Thank you, Senator. Representative Jennings or Senator Driscoll, any comment? Okay. All right. Option number 2. Within the first 5 days of the 66th legislature's budget session, so that we don't have to hold a special meeting to deal with this issue, and it can be addressed within the first week of the legislature meeting next year.
Yeah, I think we'd agree to that.
Okay. Any comment, Representative Yin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I mean, ultimately I would be a no on that motion if it was so moved, but again, you could try it and see how the House goes.
Okay. All right. Well, if I don't hear any objection from the Senate on that proposal, do you, Senator?
It's up to you guys to vote on.
Okay.
Depends on what Representative Jennings is raised.
Okay.
Our offers on the table.
Okay. Representative Jennings, any comment?
Yeah, I'd go for the second one there and give them the first 5 days.
All right. Well, Senator Hicks, if you caught that, we will get something drafted to that effect and see how it flies.
That'll work.
Okay.
We're good. We're done then.
All right. We're good.
Are you gonna call
Thank you.
You gonna call Kinski, Larry? Yeah. Perfect, because I can do it. If not, we'll get it so we can get a report done up. I don't want to stay here till midnight. Some of us didn't go home.
Thank you, Senator.
All right, thank you, Hans.
Donna, I think we're adjourned.